There, I think we're okay now. Are we doing okay now? You see me in the, you see this pop up here. Please let me know. Let me know that you can hear me. You can hear me or you can see me on this. Send something to the chat. Please let me know you're here. Let me know you are here. Oh my goodness, I think all I didn't do is I didn't hit start stream. So some of you are catching me on that, which is good, but okay, that's why. My fault on that. You heard me audio wise going through this, but um there there. Hello. Hello. So I wasn't hitting start stream. That's on me. So yes, that's on me. Sorry. Um so with that being said, I don't know who I probably was talking to as we were going through this, but let's make sure that we are logged into Pearson Realize. So logged into Pearson Realize. Oh no, it's Pearson. Oh my goodness. So make sure that you are into Pearson, pearsonrealize.com, pearsonrealize.com. When you log in, you're going to hit sign in. When you sign in, make sure you use your full student email, And when you get logged in, you're going to click on your curriculum to the left. So this specific half hour, this specific or a little bit of time we got here, click for eighth, click your tab. Now this goes with sixth, this goes with seventh grade. What we're going to talk about is something that really pertains to both, and we've done it with both grades. So if you didn't catch my live stream from before, you'll be able to catch up with this. You want to click the Tools tab. So click the Tools tab, and you want to click Math Tools. So you're going to click Math Tools. When you click Math Tools, there, you're going to click Algebra Tiles. When you select Algebra Tiles, you want to select Equation. So if you heard my little part from before, I want to kind of reintroduce this. You'll see down in the right-hand corner, you'll see a pointer tab, an eraser tab. You'll also see down in the left-hand corner X's and negative X's and ones and negative ones and all that kind of good stuff. So with that being said, we're going to talk about solving equations with variables on both sides. So with variables on both sides. So let's get started. So we're going to have an equation. That it's going to be, let's see here. Let's do, what we're going to model here is 4x plus 6 equals 2x plus 10. So 2x plus 10. So 4x plus 6 equals 2x plus 10. So before I get started, make sure we're still good on this. So got this on here. Okay, doing good. Hey, we're doing all right. It's just weird being kind of quarantined and all that kind of good stuff. Quarantine meaning by the state of Ohio, not by actual quarantine. With that being said, you want to click your X button down here, and in your left bin, you're going to, let me make sure I do this right. So you're going to click this 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the left bin. And then in the right expression bin, place 2 times. So in your left bin, you'll see there's 4, and then over here you'll see there's 2. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to select the 1 button right here. In the 1 button right here, in your left bin, you're going to select it 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6. In the right bin, you're going to select it. Guess what? 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what you see here, if you click your box here that I'm hovering over, it says Show Expression. Remember that with an equation. An equation is 2 expressions. So an equation is 2 expressions two expressions set equal to each other. So two expressions set equal to each other. So your left expression is 4x plus 6. Your right expression here is going to be 2x plus 10. And if you were incorrect, if you clicked it too many times or what have you, click that eraser tab and click on to determine if you are good with that there. So with that being said, the next thing that you want to do after you have both expression boxes put out like I have, your screen should look like what I have, you're going to click the lock button. So you're going to click this lock button in the middle. When you click this lock button in the middle, what it does is it's basically saying you're setting that equation equal to each other right there. You're setting that equation equal to each other. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be solving for x. Now, in this instance, what we're doing is we're showing more of a visual way of solving the equation rather than just, taking a pencil and going, well, we're going to minus 4x and minus 4x and do all this stuff. We're going to do something totally a little bit different. But maybe it helps you see it. Oh my, there it is at 10. So what you want to do first. So when we solve an equation with a variable on both sides, we want to get the variable by itself. So we want to get a variable by itself on one side of the equation. Now, how do we do that? We do it by our inverse operations. Now, for this sake of what we're going to do, our little tool here, we want to bring down, in this instance, we're going to try, if those of you in 8th remember me saying we want to kick that to the other side, we want to kick a number to the other side. So in this specific instance, we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So let's bring down, click and drag the 2x's down, and then you're going to click and drag 2x's down here as well. And you'll see that they magically disappear. They disappear like a LeBron thing there. So just like if you were to write this out, what you just did is you subtracted 2x from both sides. The 2x's cancel, and you're left with, so far, 2x plus 6 equals 10. So visually, how do we want to get x by itself? So how do we want to get x by itself? Well, now we want to subtract our 6 from one side there. So let me get rid of that. Off. So we can now are going to click and drag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 down from both sides. Down from both sides. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you'll notice they go away. They go away. What you just did, you subtracted 6 from both sides. So you subtracted 6 from both sides, and it's going to leave you with 2x equaling 4. So it's going to leave you with 2x equaling 4. So what do we do? So what do we do from this? What do we do to get x by itself? If we are multiplying 2 times x, what are we going to do to get x by itself? We have to, it's the inverse of multiplication. We need to divide. So we need to divide. There we go. So we want to, let me kind of change my color here. So in our screen on the left, let's create a partition here. So let's create a partition. We're creating 2 separate groups, right? Click our little box here where it says partitions, and we're going to make 2 partitions. What this is doing is it's dividing what we have into 2. So on your left side, well, 2x divided by 2, that gives you x in both spots. And then over on our right, out of the 4 that we have, we can create 2 down here. We then know that we can get rid of one side, and we'll know that our final answer is x equals 2. X equals 2. So it's a little awkward the way to see it that way, but it helps to visually see it. It helps to visually see things. I mean, it's a different tool. It's a different tool to see this. But in this instance, just to kind of finish off the written part of this, 2x divided by 2 divided by 2. Kind of move over here. That means that x equals 2. X equals 2. And as you see, x equals 2 as I write a bunch of stuff on the screen here. So let me check doing everything here. What that is, go back to my screen. Sorry, guys. So again, with that being said, I mean that is solving an equation with a variable on both sides, being able to, at least in this specific instance, visually see it. So visually see it that way. Whether this helped, whether this didn't, it's just another tool. It's another tool for the proverbial mental arsenal of things. So what I would like to do now is, if you guys will go back into Pearson, so you should be able to click back into Pearson, and when you sign in, you're going to see an assignment. That's an assignment. It's in that middle orange tab right here. It's in that middle orange tab. And for you guys, for the 8th grade bunch, so for the 8th grade bunch, you're going to see one that's going to be called, it's going to be called 2-2 Math Excel for School Practice and Problem Solving. When you click Start, you're going to see all this good, wonderful gobbledygook that comes up right here. So let's take a look. Now, if you remember from doing these during our when we were all together with things, we know that doing these, you have a lot of tools at your disposal for answering questions here. You'll see this question help. So this question help right here, this will help you answer any type of questions when it comes to things. When it comes to answering things, hit question help, and it'll help you to. It'll give you videos. It'll give you different. Let me erase this. If you hit question help, you'll see it say help me solve this. View an example, video, animation, glossary, math tools, and if you have a printer at home, you can print out things as well. So let's start with this. Know that you guys are members. Your guys's will go. You'll have the same type of question, but maybe different numbers. So let's get started here. Let's get started. I'm going to try to write on my screen 6 minus 4x equals 7x minus 9x plus 10. I can try to do that there. And am I live here? Can you see me? Just want to make sure. Good. Okay. Just want to make sure. What you want to do first? What do you want to do first? What do you want to do first? What do you want to do first? You know, the goal of our question. So the goal of our question is to find what the value of x is. So to find what the value of x is. So we have to combine our like terms. So we have to combine our like terms. So we see that we have a 7x and we have a 9x on the right side. So I'm going to write the next line down as 6 minus 4x. And what's 7x minus 9x? Well, if you're at 7 degrees outside and you get 9 degrees colder, it's going to be negative 2x plus 10. So negative 2x plus 10. So now, what do we do? What do we do? We want to get x to one side. We want to get x to one side. In my specific instance here, what I would believe is I would want to kick this negative 4x or this plus minus 4x and kick that 4x to the other side. How do we do that? So if we're adding this, we're also going to add its opposite. We do that positive 4x to the other side as well. 4x. So in this instance, it's going to be 4x plus negative 2x plus 10. The 4 x's are going to cancel. Going to leave us with a 6. 4x minus 2x, or 4x plus negative 2x, is 2x plus 10. So 6 equals 2x plus 10. And so let's kind of write this down here. Let me rewrite it up. So 6 equals 2x plus 10. So 6 equals 2x plus 10. We want to get x. We want to get x by itself. So instead of adding 10, we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. We subtract 10 from both sides. The 10s are going to cancel. It's going to leave us with 2x equaling, and what's 6 plus negative 10, or 6 minus 10? It should be negative 4. How do we get x? How do we get x by itself? If we have a 2 times x, the inverse of multiplication is going to be dividing. Divide. X equals negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. X should be negative 2. So x should be negative 2. If I did everything right, which I did, you'll get your well done. Yay! So x equals negative 2. Let me check the chat. Sorry I didn't catch that earlier, Nick, but the tools part of this, if you go back to your main page, you should have something into the upper part of the page here, as you see. Something like this should be in the upper part, or all else fails, I believe you can click the drop-down box and hit tools, but yeah, it should be up in the upper right-hand part of your page there. Again, this is the problem of having to do both things at once. I'll have to try to make sure I have another screen going just to have the chat going. But that is solving an equation with a variable on both sides. With that being said, let me kind of reiterate a couple of points here. Again, the assignment itself is going to be for 8th here. So for 8th, the assignment is going to be under 2-2. So it's 2-2, Math Excel for School. I will make a subsequent little video to kind of post to make sure that everybody's on the same page. The Math Excel for School, practice and problem solving. But that's for 8th grade. I will, like I said, make another one to talk about 6th and 7th grade. Let me open this up. Let me open this up to the chat. See if there's anything else. Anybody who's live with me right now, feel free to post. Let me see what's going on. Post, see what's going on. If nobody is, then I will definitely make sure I have a subsequent post that goes out via Google Classroom. Again, for 8th, you should have that Math Excel for School. Make sure that if you have any questions, reach out via Google Classroom. Any questions at all, I am back on tomorrow morning as well. So I should have the streaming down a little bit better. I thought I had it, but I guess I didn't. But that's technology for you. So with that being said, I hope everybody is doing good. It is about 9:32. I know I had to go off for a minute there. So 2-2, or what you said, is posted. 2-2 Nick will be for 2-2 will be for 8th grade. The part for 7th grade that you'll see, I think what will happen is YouTube's going to upload the video that I was live with, or I'll upload the video here. But that part's going to be on there too. It's about factoring. It's about factoring. I can run through it in about a minute here, but it's basically saying if you had an expression 4x plus 8, So if you had 4x plus 8, you're finding your greatest common factor of both 4x and 8. And you find out that your factors of 4 are going to be 1, 2, and 4. Your factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. Your greatest common factor is 4. So basically what you're saying here, is 4x plus 8. That means that I can do 4 even groups of, and that's where you have to say, well, use your reverse. It's like your reverse distributive property. So 4 times what gives you 4 gives you 4x. Well, 4 times x gives you 4x. You bring down the sign. Then 4 times what gives you 8. Well, 4 times 2 gives you 8. So 4 times x plus 2 would be your fully factor form there. Like I said, I will make a quick post to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page. I want to make sure YouTube does upload the hour that I was on before with you guys before you said my screen was gray. So again, I think in the future reference with doing more of these, if there are any other tech issues, actually send like a message to that Google Hangout chat. Do it that way too, because I do have my phone in front of me. That's why if you see me looking down a lot, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not make sure I'm still alive, or the world's not ending or something or something like that. But again, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 8 to 9:30. We'll do some more stuff. We'll go from there. If anybody doesn't have anything else, I'll let you guys be. And again, it's still cloudy outside, so hope you guys stay safe. Take care. Talk to you soon. All right.